and we're excited about today. This is the beginning of something great for our community. It's been supported by so many folks, and I'm going to try to be high-tech like Philip and Doug and use my phone instead of notes. I want to thank a few folks first that have been critical to this. You'll hear from them, a couple of them in just a minute, but of course the school system. Without them, none of this would have been possible, and specifically Lee Bain. None of this, as you just saw, none of this would be going on. Lee, raise your hand, please. Y'all thank Lee Bain for helping us put all this together. Got a few tents in the back. I hope you'll take the opportunity to meet them. Of course, the foundation tent is back there, but Breedlove Land Planning has done all the planning for this property. They work with the school a lot, and thank you, Joe, for being here. Joe Moon with Breedlove, and Jacob Boyle with Charles Black Construction. They're the ones going to make a mess out here. It's their fault, but thank you for being here. Of course, there are many more, but I just wanted to make sure and talk about those folks that are really helping us get it done. With that, y'all didn't come here to hear me talk. Let me take just a second, and I want to introduce one guy who's going to introduce another guy. I mentioned already that the school system, without them, this wouldn't be possible. Without these next two guys, this would have never happened. Doug Mitchell and Philip Gosling both were in on the hatching of this idea. You'll hear more about hatching in a little bit. But with that, I'd like to introduce Doug Mitchell, the chairman of the Barra Community Foundation. Come on up, Doug.
And Chris mentioned we don't use. I actually brought notes, Chris. So I don't know why. I usually do stuff on my iPad or phone, but man, what a day! Something we've been looking forward to actually for years. Pandemic slowed things down. Just inexperience of this kind of project for this community. Took some time to get our feet under us and really have a solid plan how we can raise this money that we have raised. But I'd like to introduce Dr. Chris McMichael to come up to the stage and share some remarks with us about the school system's involvement with this. And as Chris said, would not be possible. This is their land that they have donated for this purpose, for a community park, and we'll all be forever grateful for that vision that they have. Dr. McMichael.
Sir. I'm gonna have to lower this down a little bit. I didn't bring anything. I don't have notes or anything because I've been living this now for 9 years, and it's great to see y'all here. Thanks so much for being here. 8 years ago, I had to stop and think how long it had been. We shut down this building, Old Russell, what we now affectionately call the Old Russell Middle School. Some of you all walked through these doors as a middle school student, an elementary student, high school student, some all of the above. And so when we opened New Russell, we said, all right, we've got this, what are we going to do with it? And I picked up very, very quickly that there was no appetite in this community for the school system to sell this off. And I was thrilled to hear that. But then it came to the point of, what do we do with this thing? How can we make it meaningful? It's been such a meaningful kind of center for the community for so long, even when the Red Barn used to sit over here. I was just talking with Mayor Maynard about where exactly it was, and a lot of y'all probably played ball there or attended games and football games out here and everything else. So it's been, this land, this area has been an integral part of this community for a long time. So we wanted to do something special. So we started 9 years ago now, or 8 years ago, we just said, all right, what can we do? And so we had a lot of different brainstorming sessions, went through some things with Arts Now, some things with the a design group out of Atlanta that donated their time. UGA got involved. We did some planning for what to do with the building, how to make it a community center, or use it as a school, which it actually turned out to be a magnet school. So these type of things. But the one thing that came out really quickly was we wanted some kind of a park here. And it was something that the school system could be a part of, but we have a lot of things going on, and we knew then we couldn't do it on our own. And one of the things I've tried to, and the folks in the school system try to really push, is that the idea of you can't have a great community without a great school system, and you can't have a great school system without a great community. And I'm proud to say that taking on the mantle of Barrow Bold, we are at that point in this community. We have a fantastic community that is extremely supportive of a great school system. You can't ask for much better than that. This is a tangible, when you drive by it, this is a tangible piece of that. This has been a work of labor of love between public entities, the City of Winder, Barrow County Commissioners, the school system, and a lot of private investment and private brain trust. And so when Philip and Doug came forth and said, we want to get involved and do something like that, I said, I got just the thing. Let's get together. And those two guys took it and ran with it, coerced Chris Maddox and some others into to helping us out. And here we are today. We took a little bit of a pause due to that word that we won't talk about that starts with a C. But here we are. We stuck with it very doggedly. Go Dogs. And we're here. And I can't be prouder of, I can't name everyone that put into this. Lee Bain, definitely. My assistant superintendent for facilities, Joe Perno, kind of above and beyond on his job. A lot of extra work for him and his group that they've done, and we are thrilled to be a part of it and do it. This is one of those things, crowning achievements of working towards things to better your community, and really, and the fact that you all are here today to help us celebrate that just underscores every bit of that. So with that, I think I'm turning it over to Philip, who's Doug. Back to Doug. All right, and they're going to talk to you about what they've done to make this dream a reality. And again, without the participation of so many public and private entities, we wouldn't be standing here today, and our kids wouldn't be atop of this one-of-a-kind Barrowsaurus that's coming soon. So I, for one, just am thrilled and can't wait to see this thing built out. So with that, Doug, come on up.
All right, great man there. It's been a pleasure to work with him and the other school board members and the staff at the school system. They've been so instrumental to help us with their knowledge base. As you all know, they're one of the heaviest commercial construction organization in our county. So great partnership there. And I want to talk about that partnership. Our Barrow Community Foundation was kind of quiet. It has actually been formed with the vision to be a true community foundation. We've been giving scholarships away for years, but this is our first big project to really make a splash. And what a great partnership to do that, as to help those bonds that we all know we see in different ways through discussions and rants and raves and comments about the county and the city and the school system as our public government organizations that are local. And I think it's a beautiful thing for us to celebrate how all those entities have come together with our private community foundation for this project. This isn't just ran. If our foundation did not have those partnerships, it wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be here today. And I think that's something to celebrate. I'd like everyone to give them a round of applause for those representatives that are here. And look, and many of them are here, our city council people. I won't try to name all the names. I haven't had a chance to see who is here, but look around, appreciate them, thank them for their votes and their approvals for this project, for their part in this project, and our county commissioners, city councilmen, and school board members that are here. Thank you from the bottom of the foundation's heart that you guys have been able to help us out and get us to this point. And we see this as a springboard. It's kind of a huge springboard. I think a lot of foundations don't start with a huge project like this, but the opportunity was there and we had to seize it. But we look at this as, don't forget about us. We're your local community foundation. We're going to continue, attend our dinners we have in the future. Come to our future events. This is just the start of our purpose of bringing quality of life projects to our county. Okay, so in ways that where the government can't always do for us, but where businesses and local donors can donate and can make things happen for our community. So please stay involved. We're going to be selling some things at our booth after the groundbreaking ceremony, so you can be a supporter of the foundation and show that support, and I'll talk more about that later. But right now I'd like to turn some time over to another very key player and individual in this project who's also on our foundation board, Philip Gosling.
I got to break out the notes too. We're here. This is unbelievable to be here today and with all of you and see these children, and to think that next year in the spring, in March, they'll be climbing and playing around on an incredible destination playground here in Barrow County. And I could not be more thrilled to be part of this. 4 years ago, as many have said, 4 years, it's been a long time. Myself, Doug, and many others came together to lend their ideas to envision a beautiful community park where we're all standing today. And we could not do this without all these individuals. I mean, this truly is an effort from so many, public and private, has been said by everyone else. We really could not be here without them. And I'm just so grateful to everybody who supported and stepped up for this project. This playground is going to be truly like no other. We wanted a destination where children and adults could come and explore, can play, where learning and play can come together. And if you look behind you on the concrete parking lot right now where the cars are parked, right behind the tents, that will be where the future Barrowsaurus will sit. It is 28 feet high and 70 feet long, and will probably be one of the tallest play structures that these children play on. And this will be a unique structure in the entire world. This is the first time Compan is building this. They couldn't be more excited, and we couldn't either. And surrounding that structure will be several play pieces that are some of the best that Compan has to offer. So the thing I love about this playground and this park is it will cater to people of all ages, not just children, but adults. And I will probably be chasing a few of you up. Where's Ben? He probably will beat me to the top, but we'll be climbing the Barrowsaurus ourselves with our kids. These structures also cater to kids with autism. There'll be pieces in there that will help with sensory. There will be handicap pieces. There will be AstroTurf, soft turf that you can walk on, run on, roll wheelchairs on. So much thought and meticulous thought and detail has gone into this park, and we truly hope that it will be a place where everyone can come and enjoy it. So this has been a difficult 4 years. As you know, there's been a pandemic thrown in the middle of it that was very challenging. Also with the economic landscape we've had to face, material costs, building costs, everything has gone up. But we've pushed to meet those challenges, and we'll continue to do so. This beautiful playground with its benches and trees and walking trail around it will just be the beginning. Over the next 5 years, many of those here have committed and pledged to donate to this park. And as those pledges come in, we'll be able to build the rest of this park feature by feature. And we'll do it as fast as we can and as fast as that money comes in. Our goal is to build it all. So if you look behind me where the fence stretches, it goes all the way around this field. That's because every area here is going to be touched. They'll be leveling and grading everything behind me to build the foundation for everything that we have in store. There'll be a walking trail surrounding this field that's going to come next. There'll be an outdoor classroom, a dog park, sports courts, water features, and lots of other things that you can see. There's some maps afterwards if you want to go look at the tents of Charles Black Construction. I think the foundation has one. And online you can kind of see the whole design. But we're so grateful to everybody who stepped up and supported us to get here today. We're so excited to bring this to everybody and all the rest of it over the next several years. And, it's been a long journey to get to this day, but I just wanted to, again, just tell everybody that I'm excited to continue this journey and get to the end, and thank you everybody for their support, especially the school system and the foundation. Thank you.
Okay, this is one of the parts I've been looking forward to the most. I like to. We've been there's been rumblings, right? We've been talking. You've heard several times now. This has been many years in the works, and I like to call that those have been rumblings of what's coming on, and. Now, in fact, we've almost posted in the foundation that scene from Jurassic Park, because you've heard about the Barosaurus is coming, and it's that iconic scene where the water glass is like, and they're like, what? Something's coming. And that's what's happened. That rumbling, the water cups are shaking, okay? These donors, the city, the county, the school system have stepped up, and now it's becoming a roar. And that roar needs support. And so what I'd like to do, we're going to have a competition here. All kids, try to come to the front right here. We've got some kids here in the front. Come to the front, and I want to hear your loudest roar that you can make. And adults, you're going to do the same. We're going to see who can win out. Come on, kids. We got to beat these adults. All kids, if you're 18 and under, come on up. Who's got a loud dinosaur roar? Who knows how to roar? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you know how to roar. Okay. Anyone else? Last call. Come on up. Okay. On the count of 3, guys, let's hear your roar. Okay? Let's hear your Barosaurus roar. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And that's really a big part of who this is about, right? It's about our children. It's about this future generation having a safe, fun place to step away from the phones, the tablets, and come and play and be together. So thank you for doing that and having your kids come up front for that. So this roar, though, needs a name, right? And it needs a face. And so we are proud to unveil for everyone the name and face of the roar in Barrow County that will represent future projects, this project, and future projects. You guys ready? Okay. All right. We'll drop it. Meet Barry, the Barosaurus. Okay, this is Barry. Lovable, cute, awesome Barry. We are, Barry is going to, Barry is the roar. He's a dinosaur. He's a Barosaurus. That's his species. And we have lots of opportunities in the foundation tent. We have T-shirts. We have pins, yard signs, and stickers and magnets you can put on the back of your car. We hope everyone here can walk away with some of that. Now, you kids, you've probably been wondering this tempting sand pile back there. Well, it's for you. That's why it's here. And after the groundbreaking, okay, we're going to have the adults come up with these fancy shovels. We're going to take some pictures. We'll even have some opportunities for you kids to take some pictures with the fancy shovels. But then we have Barry hid a bunch of Barosaurus dinosaur eggs in the sand pile. Okay? I don't know how many kids we have. We have quite a few eggs, but take one egg. When you find one egg, take it to the Barrow Community Foundation booth. That's the white tent. And you can turn it in for a Barry enamel pin or a Barry sticker to take home with you. Okay? So, after the conclusion of the pictures, you guys can hit the sand pile, okay? Just take one egg for now. Thanks for coming out, guys. With that, we will, I'll turn it over to Chris, and we'll get started with the groundbreaking ceremony. Thank you for coming out, guys.
So, real excited about this next part. And this, other than the dinosaur egg digging, this will conclude our festivities, and then we just hang around and talk and find out about the park. And don't forget to look. Lee Bain went to a lot of trouble, and look at the board over there. There's a lot of information about the park on there as well. We had it out here, but the sun blinded it. So with that, I'd like to invite some of the major supporters to come up and grab a shovel. First, Mr. Niedenbach from Northeast Georgia Hospital. They are a huge supporter of this. If you will, come grab a shovel and see if one of those hats will fit you. Uh-oh. Will somebody come hold Barry for Philip? We need Philip Gosling to see if that hat will fit him too. Representative from Aikens Ford, Allison Best, if she would come up. Mr. David Bleth with Harrison Poultry. Mr. Bob Magby with Magby Building Supplies. Mayor David Maynard, City of Winder. Chairman Pat Graham, Barra County. Some guy named McMichael, something to do with the school system. The Kiwanis Club has been a big part of this as well, a major donor as well. So Ms. Argo, if you would, come grab a shovel. And Alex or Amanda Hill, whoever wins, come grab a shovel for Hill's Ace Hardware. I got my money on Amanda. Before we dig, look at that group. We've talked a lot, and I'm not going to preach up here, but we've talked a lot about, and you hear a lot about, a public-private partnership. That's what this represents. That's what this park represents. The county government, the city government, private citizens, school systems, big industry in our county has stepped up and made this a possibility. And nonprofits as well. Thank you, Lee. I told you Lee's invaluable. If you will, join me in one more round of applause for this great group of supporters. They're the ones who have made this possible. You want to go grab a shovel? Looks like we got 2 shovels left over, so Doug Mitchell and I are going to grab one as well. So let's dig some dirt. Digging now.